All over the world, nations with nuclear energy programs are taking a moment to look at their own nuclear endeavors after disaster struck Japan's Fukushima power plant on March 12, 2011. Some countries are taking a step back from their nuclear programs, while others are remaining firm in their positioning and moving forward with their nuclear energy plans. Most are at least conducting some type of review or safety assessment of their nuclear plants. On March 16th, the Chinese State Council announced it would be scrutinizing the safety of its nuclear power plants more closely and would be also temporarily suspending approval of nuclear power projects, including those in preliminary stages of development. In Germany, thousands marched in an anti-nuclear protest on the day after Japan's earthquake. The country's leader stated she would be placing a memorandum to suspend the decisions regarding the running times of German nuclear power plants and would be temporarily shutting down 7 power plants which began operating before 1980. 3 days after the accident, Swiss Energy Minister Doris Leuthard stated Switzerland would suspend plans to build and replace nuclear plants, despite the fact that 3 sites have recently been approved for nuclear power installations. Leuthard said the safety standards would be reviewed and assessments would be applied to existing plants as well as the planned sites. U.S. Energy Secretary Stephen Chu states that the United States is committed to learning about the accident in Japan while continuing to strengthen America's nuclear industry. Chu also stated that the reactors in the U.S. were designed to withstand the type of double blow of an earthquake-tsunami combo. A few days later, U.S. President Barack Obama called upon the Nuclear Regulatory Commission to conduct a safety review of all U.S. nuclear power plants and stated, "When we see a crisis like this one in Japan, we have a responsibility to learn from this event and to draw from those lessons to ensure the safety and security of our people." The heads of both houses of parliaments in France ordered a legislative investigation into the future of the French nuclear industry. France relies on nuclear power for about 75% of its energy needs, and was one of the few countries that did not slow down on nuclear power production after the Chernobyl accident. South Korea's National Emergency Management Agency performed an anti-nuclear and tsunami training drill to make sure the country would be ready in case of a similar disaster. The drills included civilian exercises in 12 locations along the coast. So far, South Korea has made no inclination that it will be slowing down on its nuclear energy endeavors. Canada so far has not announced any signs of putting the brakes on its nuclear ventures. In an attempt to reassure the public regarding the safety of nuclear power plants in Canada, Canadian Nuclear Safety Commission have stated on their website, "We would like to reassure Canadians that the nuclear power plants located in Canada are among the most robust designs in the world and have redundant safety systems to prevent damage in the case of an earthquake." Just a few days after the tragedy in Japan, Russia announced it would be lending Belarus more than $9 billion to construct 5 Russian-designed pressurized water reactors. The Prime Minister defended this move and stated that the reactors are of the newest technology, while those used in Fukushima were over 40 years old. He also stated, "The level of protection will be substantially higher than in Japan, and that's not taking into account that Belarus is not in a seismic fault zone like Japan." For more information on the state of the world's nuclear energy in the wake of Japan's nuclear accident, visit us online at www.sbireports.com.